Day 30, 40 days in the wilderness.
Ben with SuperPumped Podcast, day 2 of 8 days on Kilimanjaro, 40 days in the wilderness. We've just arrived at Shira camp. You can see the sign over there. Today we got up at 6:30 a.m. and the first half hour you're supposed to drink some tea and start packing up your gear. Then at 7 a.m. they bring 2 old tubs of water and you take those and wash up a little bit, brush your teeth. And then at 7:30 your breakfast is served. And then at 8 o'clock you hit the dusty trail, and you can see it is pretty dusty. See this dust popping up everywhere. We hit the dusty trail, full hydration pack, 3 liters here, which is awesome. Drank the whole thing because you want to stay hydrated. One of the things that's just been a challenge for me so far is just slowing down. They have a term here, pole, which means slow. But for me, that is really hard. I'm a guy who, my morning routine, when I wake up, I expect to be in the car on my way in 9 minutes. That's how quick I come out of the chute. Just that aspect has been hard, but then also on the trails, I like to get up and go. The first 10 minutes for me in any athletic activity is always the hardest, but then after that, I'm ready to rock and roll, and I want to just go. Our guides are constantly trying to slow us down. Chill out, let's go slower. Even with that, we left the first camp this morning. We were about the last ones to leave. It was just some porters and us. Everyone else had rolled out ahead of us, and we were basically the first ones of the visiting trekkers, not the porters. These guys are freaking like machines. They are just fit as fiddles. They are super fast. One of the things that's been a challenge is I want to run with the porters, even though I'm not carrying nearly the amount of gear they are. They have these huge backpacks and the stuff on their head, and they still just blow by all of us. But finding this challenging. The other piece is downtime. We started at 6:30 in the morning. That's when we woke up. We have already finished our hike at 12:30. So we have nothing to do for the next 18 hours other than read or journal or try to meet other people. But we tried that yesterday, and that has been a little bit of a challenge too, because you can see the camps here, and most people, if you're in the Alteza travel camp right here next to us, they kind of stay to themselves, so there's not a lot of socializing. And then a lot of people just go in their tent and zip up the zipper. I found it a little bit frustrating that we haven't been able to meet other people. This is day 2. I'm hoping that by the time we get to day 8, maybe we'll have made some friends, but so far, no luck into making new friends, but we're still optimistic. We're gonna get there. SuperPumped Podcast, day 2 of 8 days hiking Mount Kilimanjaro, which is behind the clouds, where right over there. Not even sure you can see it with the cloud cover, but oh yeah, right behind us. That's the objective, even though 90% of it is above the clouds. Thanks for joining us today. See ya.
If you've ever dreamed of pressing pause and rediscovering what makes your heart sing, I invite you to follow along on our YouTube channel or on SuperPumped Life on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. I'll be posting every day, not only a podcast, but updates, stories, bonus coverage, and reflections through this super pumped adventure. If you're one of our awesome audio-only listeners, I would encourage you to go over to YouTube to see the incredible video footage of all that is going on in this 40-day super pumped adventure in the wilderness. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you tomorrow.